Greetings, beautiful souls. Thank you for walking with me on a journey from three-dimensional survival being, a being who is programmed with suffering and pain, into fifth-dimensional thriving being, where we exchange the suffering for happiness and the pain for love. Doesn't that sound wonderful? We are doing it together for over a year, so let's get through another major step moving forward. So it is about to be Easter, and Easter is time of the celebrating fertility, rejuvenation, and of course resurrection. Now we've been working for this for over some time, each one of us, and it helps us on this journey to follow the nature and natural laws of the nature. So if we are going to look at nature, the Easter time, the springtime, it is the most beautiful, powerful time where the sun warms the earth and the life awakens from the seeds to the animals and even the life within us. It starts awakening up and we're becoming creative, right? And we want to create a new life. In the animals, we grow everything from the little seeds into the big trees. The animals do reproduce themselves, and we are getting a year older and older and older because even our body follows this natural law of the year movement of the spring and the summer and the fall and the winter. Now you would naturally say, well, in the spring we get this new energy. Yes, we get a spur of the new energy, but every year sometimes we get less and less of it as we are aging, right? Because even the body goes through the seasons of our life, of the birth and the childhood and early adolescence, then that grown up time, and then you kind of supposed to wither down in your senior age years. Well, what if in that fifth dimensional energy it is a little different and we don't have to follow it down to the dot exactly as it is predestined for us? Well, for that we will definitely utilize our Easter energy or our beautiful spring energy. The fertility can be used as this energy of the creation, our own personal creation, when we move our energy and inspire ourselves to rejuvenate instead of just going to the next cycle that it's supposed to do. It's also a beautiful energy that can be used in our work, in our everyday endeavors, and in any kind of the work that you are doing to make your life better and everybody around you much, much better. And if we sprinkle it with that energy of the love and happiness, then we're all creating a life that we would like to enjoy and be in the body that we would love to be. And we would like to, anybody else who we know to be in that kind of the body. So as we are walking on this journey from that three-dimensional being to the fifth-dimensional being, we are also going through the phrases. We talk about it, we are going through this phrase of be a caterpillar. That sort of, when we awaken, we understand and start into looking what is happening. And then we go into transformation. That's what many of you started to do the last year. You plunge yourself on this journey of the transformation, literally coming from the caterpillar and creating yourself cocoon, but you are not yet butterfly. And perhaps now with the Easter and this lovely energy of the fertility and rejuvenation, and of course the Christ resurrection, we can open the cocoon and walk out in a beautiful, not only Christ, but a Christ Magdala energy, because that is a beautiful, harmonized, the masculine and the feminine energy, that beautiful, lovely yin and yang energy that is up there in the cosmos and that it's everywhere here on the earth. Because the energy of the fertility, if we take it down, it is the feminine and masculine energy in any way you're gonna look at it. It is not only one or the other. So let's tap in this energy of the cocoon. It is that preparation for who are you going to be, what color of your wings will be. Now, there's a fun part. I was planning to do this video for about 2 weeks and always something comes up. And obviously I haven't done this until today, and it's just the day before the Easter. Well, if you are living in the USA, you're gonna have an Easter tomorrow on the Sunday. If you are in the Czech Republic or somewhere else in the Europe, we do celebrate the Easter on Monday. So whenever it's the Sunday on Monday, it doesn't honestly matter. What matter now is that make the decision. Is this your time to emerge out of your cocoon? It is your time. Is this your time to be out in this 5th-dimensional energy and thrive and literally feel your life and everything that you do with the love and happiness? I would say, as you all probably says, yes, I'm ready. I've been through this long time and I'm tired. And yes, we are all tired because the things are happening from the left and right. And as I talk with many of you, we are experiencing even physical body hiccups. So it's time to literally go and look in your cocoon and says, what are those last things I have not time to do? And here goes actually my story of why I wasn't able to do it about 2 weeks ago. Because it wasn't needed. What we need now is to speed up our journey. We need to stop ourselves and stop dwelling and obsessing about our past and what happened to us. Why do we feel guilty? What we have done, what we have not done. We need to come to this quick realization. And I do hope for many of you that quick realization will happen by the end of this video. And you says, all right, everything happened for a reason. Even the best and the worst things that happen to me in life happens for good. Happens that something that even I may have loved and enjoyed will be destructed so the new things can create. If you think about it, you got to this point of now, to this point where you are sitting and maybe listening my message here, because you had several of these things happening to you in your life. You have a creation, you created a kind of the life that you thought may be all right for you. Then there comes this point of the destruction when everything fall apart and you have to start over and over again. Or in another words and the terms, you says, every time I reach a point of the happiness, that happiness falls apart and I have to start over and over and over. Well, we do want to stop this roll bowling kind of the thing. We want to do it a little differently. So by doing it differently, there are very simple few things that I follow. It is the understand that the things happen for a reason, accept them for whatever it have happened. Accepting it means that my karmic debt is paid in full. Your karmic debt is paid in full. We are done. Now, it can make a perfect sense in our very cerebral mind, right? In our logical thinking. But how does it feel within the body? Because now you start working with those two energy, Christ Magdala energy within you. See where I'm going with this? With the Easter kind of the theme? So we're gonna go back to it and says, okay, I'm done. So I logically think about it and I have to feel it within my body. The feeling can be very simple. It can be like, I have paid off my debt of my house and it's done. I bought my house, I worked hard enough and I paid it off and it's done. Or anything that works for you. Feel it and have that very pleasant kind of the feeling that like, I've done this. That goes with your karmic debt. Karmic debt, what I'm referring is that whatever you have brought in this lifetime and what you feel is holding you back or creating the blockages or is not working for you. So you are done with that. And you need to understand why it was always falling apart, why you could not sustain your level of the happiness. Well, until now, I would say probably 99% of us have always created this new beginning in the 3-dimensional energy, which is a simple program of the suffering and pain. So whenever you create anything with that underlying subconscious energy, the earth life is the suffering and the pain, I have to work hard to get somewhere, then it's gonna get that flavor. And so every time you reach that point of the happiness or whether life should sustain and be really good for the rest of your life, something inside of you will activate a self-sabotaging program that it says, oh no, sweetie, you're supposed to suffer and be in the pain. To be happy is not really there for you because it's not in your program. Or if it is, it has to be, this way, and that way. So when we look at it and we can accept it, we can understand it, and it says, how do I do it differently? How do we do it in that Christ Magdala energy? Well, believe it or not, it's rather simple. When I start creating from today on, it doesn't matter how bad it fell apart. When I come to that point that my karmic debt is paid in full, I really have to hold myself that everything from now on I do, I think, I create, I think, and I feel is with the happiness and love. And sometimes we do have a hard time to feel it. Sometimes, you wake up in the morning and you are just numb and you cannot feel it. And you just are happy that you could put one foot of the other out of the bed and you force yourself in your daily routine. Or you may feel completely burned out and don't even want to do your daily routine. What do you do then? You get yourself on the rampage of gratitude. If you can't feel it, be grateful. Be grateful for your blanket and for your window and for that there's a sun rising outside and for the water that comes from your faucet. For anything, for the socks that you put on your feet. It doesn't matter honestly what it is. Once you put yourself in this rampage of the gratitude and hold it for at least 1 minute, I promise you that the energy within you will shift and it change and you're suddenly gonna calm down a little bit and says, okay, I can do it. I can do it, and if I have to do it, why do I have to do it with suffering? I'll do it with happiness. If there's the things I have to do, I have a choice how you're gonna feel, right? You heard it so many times in video. I have a choice. How am I going to feel? And so if you get yourself in the beginning, you will have to push yourself a little bit. It's like, pushing that ball up to the hill one more time. But if you start pushing it, it's like, I don't care. Let me be optimistic. Let me be happy. Maybe somebody will call you the fool. Isn't the fool the first card in the major arcana? Perhaps we all need to behave like the fool a little bit to get ourselves in that higher energy and to the ascensional energy. It doesn't mean to do silly things that will sabotage you again. It means the personality and attitude that we will embrace and that flavor of our emotions that we are going to add to it. So with that, you can get yourself out of the cocoon because you know that you're going to fly as a butterfly. You will fly in the three-dimensional world of the earth. You are going to see lots of suffering and the pain. Yet your job is to be about it and hold that happiness and the love for everybody who's willing to be brave and courageous and says, I'm gonna go into that cocoon and I'm gonna grow those wings and I'm gonna fly with them. Of course, it's very metaphorical, but that's how we can change this world. As the Gandhi says, when you change yourself, you change the world, right? So that's how we're gonna do it. Now, with a quick forward, Christ Magdala energy. So this is a wonderful time to resurrect that energy within you. It is not just to resurrect yourself. It is the embrace, the ancient energy of an ancient, wise woman. A feminine energy that brings the knowledge and wisdom into any realm and here to the earth. And it is the ancient, beautiful, masculine energy of Christ that brings everything into physicality. See, it was the Christ who changed the water into wine, right? But if it was the Magdala who told him how to do it, maybe they needed to work together, right? There are so many things we do not know and we may wonder about of how it was done. So within our body, let's do this little activation. Your heart chakra is your beautiful feminine energy. It's the seat of your soul. Within your heart chakra, you have a thymus gland. Thymus gland will be activated with a Christ energy. Now, in all those religious pictures that you see, there's a Christ with a shining heart, right? Sometimes with a red jewel and a beautiful. That is connected to your timers and to cellular rejuvenation. You need a masculine energy to physically recreate the new cells within your body. Now, remember, the feminine energy behind it tells the Christ how to do it. And the Christ, a lovely son of the God, will says, oh my dear, I would be in your service and I would love to help you to recreate these new cells within your body. Let's play with it a little bit more. Now, we know that in this lifetime, we work with that Christ Magdala energy, or the heart-mind energy, right? I'm getting ahead of myself, a little bit excited here. So our mind is considered to be a masculine energy, right? So it's thinking and burning everything into physicality. Well, what does he think he needs? He needs a little bit of that feminine energy, right? The knowledge, the gas, and the whisper behind the curtains. So there we have our pineal gland. We're going to activate our Magdala energy within our pineal gland for those inner visions and inspirations, the inner creativity that comes from the fertility, and it's the female energy that can birth the babies, right? So we want to use that feminine, creative, beautiful, fertile energy up to fuel your mind with a beautiful, loving energy. And the mind's gonna share this beautiful, loving energy with your heart chakra and feed the thymus energy with the energy of the happiness. So it's all play between plus, minus, feminine, masculine energy. It's like the battery, think about it in a very simple way. Heart center, feminine energy. Thymus gland with the masculine energy. So here we have this beautiful feminine, masculine energy connected together. Mind, masculine energy, pineal gland connected to the feminine energy. Again, that plus minus, feminine, masculine energy together. Connecting it together in a beautiful flow will activate your fifth dimensional energy. Now, I'm not speaking anymore about the spiritual way of the thinking. I mean a physical way of the living. If you are the butterfly, then you will walk among the people with your metaphorical wings, and you have to feel it within you. You are here to be a light and the love of the transformation for the others. And yes, we know that this journey is not always the easier, but we are not longer suffering with it. We can look at it from a higher perspective and see this journey filled with the love and happiness, so the other ones can see it as well. So let me share with you a song in the language of light that activates your Christ and the Magdala within you. And then we are ready to celebrate our Easter. So take a deep breath in. Oh, Leana, Elana, Leasa, Elavuya, Nolo, Ala, Elaniasa. siavone alata. Oh no la. Devo sana. Ekirvonti ekirchale asanata. And I thank you for who you are, and that you came here to be brave within this life, and that you are completely mastering this transformation. I wish that your wings are blessed with love and happiness, and that you have a lovely Easter and lovely spring. And I'll see you soon. Love and light from my heart to yours.